Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about Emily in Paris. This video is going to be all about a very popular, successful TV show that is currently on Netflix. There are 4 seasons out. The show stars Lily Collins. She is Phil Collins' daughter. He is responsible for the incredible music that is in the Tarzan movie. That soundtrack is amazing. Lily Collins stars as Emily in the show. She's had a very long career. She's been in the industry for a while now. She's been in numerous films. This show has made her a superstar. She stars in the show, and it's just an incredible series. I've seen every single episode of Emily in Paris. I'm very well versed in the series, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about it, so let's get into the video. The show is about a girl named Emily, starring Lily Collins, of course. Emily works at a marketing agency in Chicago, and her boss is pregnant. So originally her boss was meant to have this job in Paris. However, she can't go because she is pregnant, so Emily ends up taking the job in Paris. She travels to France, and she has her own apartment that overlooks the beautiful view of the city. She has a really great job at a very successful French marketing firm, although the job isn't exactly what she thought it would be. When she shows up to work for her first day in France, she isn't greeted by too friendly of coworkers. They don't really like her at the French office. They think that she's just an American girl who doesn't belong in France. Unfortunately, Emily has a rough start to her Parisian journey. Not only does she have a bad first day at work, her boyfriend also breaks up with her. Back in Chicago, Emily had a long-term boyfriend. They had both planned on doing a long-distance relationship. However, once Emily gets to France, her boyfriend calls her and breaks up with her. Their plan was to keep the relationship going and have him visit her while she's working overseas, although he doesn't really quite see it that way, and he ends the relationship with her. However, things do turn around for Emily. She does make a friend. When she's sitting in the park, she meets a character called Mindy. They become fast friends. Mindy is also living in Paris, and she's working there. Mindy gives great advice, and she's a very loyal friend from the start. Also, as the show goes on, Emily's coworkers do warm up to her. They eventually get to know her, and they believe in her, and they all work really well together. It takes a long time though, but her coworkers do see Emily's value in their workplace and at their company, and they do take a liking to her. It just takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. That's basically what the show is about. Also, the creator of this series is the same creator of Sex and the City. That's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's so good. And so the tone of this show is very similar to that series. There's a lot of plot lines that are basically the same. Emily is a young girl finding love in the city, and that is exactly the same plot line of Sex and the City. It focuses on young girls finding love in the city. Sex and the City is a very popular TV show, and so I feel like the writers and the creator of Emily in Paris borrowed a lot from that show and brought it on to this series. But I really like both of them. Also, fashion plays a huge role. There are so many amazing outfits that Emily and Mindy wear. I'm always eager to see the next episode and see what Mindy and Emily are wearing, because it's always something creative and crazy, and I just absolutely love the fashion in this series. Throughout each episode, Emily navigates finding love and balancing her personal life with her work life. She's very ambitious, she's very smart, she's incredibly hardworking, and she's a great central character. I have a few favorite characters. One of my favorite characters is Mindy. She is fabulous, she is fearless. I absolutely love her character, and she is truly incredible. Mindy has a very interesting backstory. She comes from a rich family. Her father is the Zipper King. She's also a singer. She went on a reality competition singing show where she humiliated herself. That made her move to Paris. Her father wanted her to go into the business with him. However, she had bigger dreams. She ran away to Paris to start her life over and forget everything that happened before. I love Emily and Mindy's friendship. I just think that they're such great friends, and their friendship is really fun to watch. They have a great dynamic between the two. Also, Mindy is fearless. She has great character growth over the course of the series. She is scared to go back up on stage and perform. However, she conquers her fears, she overcomes the obstacle, and she ends up performing on stage and singing. One day in the park, Emily encourages Mindy to sing, and she has a beautiful voice. She's very talented. So after Mindy overcomes her fear of singing in public again, then she becomes very successful. Her musical journey is detailed throughout the show. At the start, she's an au pair. She's working as a nanny, although she gets fired from being a nanny. And then she ends up working at a club where she's allowed to sing one song a night on stage. But during the rest of the time when she's working at the club, she's a bathroom attendant. While she is a bathroom attendant, she meets these two boys and they're in a band. They want her to join the band. She obviously accepts, and then she's in this great band. The musical group is not what she thinks it is. She meets up with these guys and she's ready to perform. However, she finds out that they are busking on the street. That means that she's performing for crowds on the street, and they put a hat out where people can put coins and dollars in. However, she doesn't mind. She stays with the band for a really long time because as long as she's singing somewhere, she's happy. Another favorite character of mine is Benoit. Benoit is introduced as Mindy's love interest in, I believe, season 2. I feel like he was a great addition to the show because he adds another layer to Mindy's character. And I just think that they're so cute together. Benoit is one of the boys in the band with Mindy. He plays the guitar, he can sing, he's very cute, he's super talented, and he has an amazing voice. He's very calm, he's very mellow. Mindy is more outgoing and she's adventurous. So I feel like they really balance each other out very well, and they make a very good couple. There's one scene where Benoit and Mindy are practicing, and they're singing a love song to each other. They're on a picnic together. It's very cute, it's very romantic, and they kiss, and it's just such a sweet moment. They date for a while. However, she doesn't tell him that she comes from a rich family, and there's an article that comes out online about Mindy. There's a picture of her, and the headline is that Mindy is busking on the street. Everybody thinks that she's poor and broke and that she was cut off by her father. Benoit finds this article and he finds out that she comes from money. He is mad at her. He's not angry about the fact that she comes from a wealthy family. He is mad about the fact that she lied to him. She wasn't honest with him about who she truly is. She never told him the full truth about where she came from, and he sees this as a betrayal. They break up. However, they sing a love song to each other, they serenade each other, and they eventually get back together. The power of music brings them back to each other, and it's really beautiful. They only break up for a short while, and then they continue dating afterwards. I love watching their relationship play out. Benoit is a great character. He has a very nice jawline, he's very sweet, he's extremely good looking, and I just like him and Mindy together. I feel like they're a great pair. Another favorite character of mine is Sylvie. Sylvie is Emily's boss in the French office. She is the head of the marketing firm. In the beginning of the show, during season 1, Sylvie isn't completely trusting of Emily. She doesn't have a lot of faith in her. But as the show progresses, Sylvie softens and she learns that Emily is very hardworking. Eventually, Sylvie and Emily build this bond. Sylvie then ends up trusting Emily. She sees that she's very smart. Emily's very good at her job. She's excellent at coming up with marketing campaigns, and Sylvie and Emily are just a great duo together. I love seeing them in a scene together. Sylvie is also the complete opposite of Emily. Emily is very outgoing. She's very courageous. She's very friendly. Sylvie is the exact opposite. Sylvie is very mellow. She's no nonsense. She's very straightforward. She's honest. But seeing them together is just so much fun to watch. Also, I love how Sylvie is the head of this massive, successful marketing firm. It shows a woman in charge. It's very empowering to see that. Sylvie is an excellent boss, and she really knows how to get things done. Also, we get to see a little bit of Sylvie's dating life. She is married, but she's separated from her husband during most of the series. She has a few boyfriends here and there. She also dates this guy who's about 20 years younger than her. He's a photographer, and props to her for getting a younger man. That was a very interesting storyline. Eventually, she does end up getting back together with her husband. I really like them together. I think that they're such a good match. and I just think it's sweet that they end up back together after so many years apart. From characters that I really love to a character that I don't really care for, my least favorite character is Madeline Wheeler. She was Emily's boss in the Chicago office. She eventually travels over to France and works for Savoir, which is the marketing company that Emily and Sylvie work for. First of all, I don't understand why Madeline travels to France when she didn't take the job originally because she was pregnant. She's still pregnant in the show when she appears, so I just don't get that part. Also, when she is in France, she wreaks havoc on the entire company. She basically destroys the company and everybody's out of work because of her. When Madeline shows up, it's just turmoil. She gets in everyone's business, she's very nosy, and I just didn't like her character at all. She eventually goes back to America. She wants to bring Emily with her because originally Emily was supposed to only stay in Paris for a year. However, Emily decides that she wants to stay for longer, and she ends up still working for Sylvie at a different company. Also, when Madeline shows up and takes over, she essentially wants to demote Emily. She asks her to bring her coffee as if she's an intern, but at this point in the show, Emily is very successful. She's made a ton of marketing campaigns, and she's further along in her career than Madeline thinks she is. Sylvie at this point has a lot of faith in Emily and brings her on to work at this different firm. Emily not only has to deal with problems at work, but she also has to deal with her love life. And there are two boys vying for her attention in the show. There's Team Alfie and there's Team Gabrielle. I am Team Gabrielle. He is her neighbor. Emily meets him on her first day of Paris. They live in the same building. He's very cute, he's very calm, he's sweet. He's a very successful chef at the restaurant across the street. Emily has a crush on Gabrielle from the start, you can tell. Their chemistry is really good. I love their scenes together. Emily and Gabrielle are a really good fit. However, when he first meets her and he's flirting with her, he never tells her that he has a long-term girlfriend. Emily kisses Gabrielle one night, and then she finds out that he's been dating someone else all along. I know that inevitably Gabrielle and Emily will end up together because that's just how it goes. Emily's in love with Gabrielle, he's in love with her. Even though they go through their ups and downs and there's a bunch of conflict between them, they will end up together. Emily's other main love interest in the show is Alfie. He's a very successful banker. He's from London. He has a British accent. He's also very cute. He's calm. He's mellow. He's in Paris because he's working for a bank. Him and Emily meet during French class. At first he doesn't like her, but he warms up to her and they eventually hit it off and then they start dating. Alfie is the clear choice for Emily. It's a safe option to be with Alfie. He has no complications. He has no girlfriend or ex-girlfriend that keeps getting in the way. Alfie and Emily should be together because he's the better choice. However, I think that Gabrielle and Emily have more chemistry together. They have a lot of history, and I just see them being with each other forever. I do love a British accent though, so I really love Alfie's character. He's a great addition to the show. He is truly amazing, but Gabrielle has Emily's heart forever. That is my take on Emily in Paris. I've seen every single episode multiple times. If you want to watch the show, it is on Netflix. It's streaming now. Season 4 is out, which is very exciting. If you've watched the show, comment below and we can talk about it because I love this series. I think it's so entertaining. It's so fun to watch. It's very light. And it's just such a good time. If you're a fan of Sex and the City like I am, then you will probably enjoy watching Emily in Paris too, because it's very similar. I would rate Emily in Paris 4 out of 5 stars. It's very entertaining. I love watching the show. Every episode is really good, and it's a terrific show. And that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.